live. There we go. That means anything can happen. Anything can catch on fire. We can drop stuff, run out of propane. Electricity could go. The Wi-Fi could go out. My hat could blow off. Hey guys, my name is Marc Gill. This is Marc's on the Grill. Happy Sunday. And I'm getting right into a part of this here because a little bit of this is going to take some time today, but I guarantee it's worth it. So if you've seen in our little kind of bylines what we're going to be doing today, you may have seen this. You ready for this? Hello. That's a frozen steak. Like everywhere. It's frozen all over the place, guys. I got to tell you something. I tried this a couple of weeks ago. You will never, ever eat a steak the same way again. Every time you eat a steak, you're going to compare it to what you're about to see today. So I'm going to go ahead and dangerously reach over this coal and pour it into half of our Weber grill. Now listen, we got grills on this set that run into the thousands of dollars, man. But for this particular recipe, we're not going to bother. We're going to use our regular kind of everyday, ouch, that hurt, Weber grill. So let me go ahead and put this on there, right like that. So guys, right out of the gate, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this steak right there, just like that. Frozen solid, right on the grill. So I got Roman off to the side there, and I'm gonna ask him to set his timer on his phone for 8 minutes, actually 7. So 7 minutes we got that going for, okay? So guys, that's just kind of getting it going and getting it started. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to talk about kind of everything else we're going to do today. And Trish is going to try and masterfully back up because we're down a hand today. There we go. She's going to tripping over sandbags. One of the cameras are going to go down. This is super fun. And now she's going to make her way over. I can see it on them. Oh, by the way, don't do it yet. See up there? Look at that. We got our, oh, that way. Where is it? That way? No, don't move. Okay, don't move. There it is. That's our steak cam. That, guys, we're going to throw a picture of every now and then of our steak cam so you can keep an eye on what's going on with that frozen steak. And I can hear it already start to sizzle. Oh, now I'm pointing at nothing. I love it. So here's what we got going today, guys. We got a Blackstone range top combo on about medium because I don't want to burn the hell out of my French toast. We're not going to go with oil on this today when we use it. Oh, did you come over there? Oh, that's kind of cool. We're not going to go with oil today when we use it. We're going to use a little bit of ghee. I like the ghee better because there's a higher smoke point. And then all the way over here, so I can justify the price of the camera that does this automatically. There we go. We've got the Weber grill, which I love this, guys. By the way, if you're unfamiliar with this type of cooking, hey, Trish, go ahead and give me just the grill itself. We got that? All right. So indirect grilling is what you see here, all right? So we've got the steak directly over the heat, and on this side, we've left the coals out. If this is a new way of cooking to you, it kind of creates eventually a little bit of an oven on the inside, but we'll get to that in a minute. So I think what we'll do now is, Roman, how much time we got left on that? 5 minutes, perfect. So Trish, why don't you come over to the handheld? We'll get some of the bread ready. We'll get the eggs ready for our stuffed French toast. And the reason that we're doing the stuffed French toast today is because that steak takes a little bit of time once you get the char on it, okay? So guys, here's the deal. If you go to like those steakhouses and you've got that, you know, that char on that steak that even the knife has a hard time getting through, and there's so much flavor in that crust, you're like, how in the world did this ever happen? A lot of times it's a salamander, which is about 14 or 1500 degrees. No way in heck you're going to get that in your house, and I don't even know where there's one out here, all right? It's hard to do without that temperature, so when we start frozen, we can create that crust. It's almost going to look burnt. Give it a bit of time. Unreal. So back to our French toast here. This is a cool way we'll be able to, you know, get a little bit of a brunch ready for everybody hanging out here, getting hungry. Brioche bread is the best thing to use for French bread, and I'll tell you, an electric knife is a great excuse to use a power tool in the backyard. There's no doubt. All right. Plus, depending on the kind of breads you have, electric knives, man, they are the best. So let's go ahead and just make a few slices here. We might as well slice the whole thing up. We got the time. There we go. I got the time. There we are. There we are. There we are. And there we are. So guys, Trish is going to give you a good look at some of the ingredients we got going today and the steak that's finishing up. And I'm going to share a little bit of something fun with you. We just had the launch of our brand new Blackstone 30-minute infomercial. And I've never had more fun making a show than I had making that one. period, no questions asked. So guys, yeah, that's kind of what I get to do for a living, and this is kind of what I get to do for fun. So let's see where we are here. We got a little bit of a blank space here. I'm watching it on live. There we go. We're happy now. All right, so guys, here we are. The steak has hit, are we at 7 minutes? 40 seconds to go to hit 7 minutes. What's that? 20 seconds, perfect. All right, that gives me enough time to find a pair of tongs. What the hell is wrong with me? There we go. I've had 4 hours to get ready. There we go. 2, 1, there we go. All right, so guys, watch this. All right. Oh, you know what we got to do first? We have to put our spices on there. In a million years, you are never going to get any of your spices to stick to a frozen steak. So we're going to go ahead and put our salt, pepper, garlic. You never need anything more than salt, pepper, garlic on a steak, man. I will go to my grave with that one. So I'm going to take that. Oh, yeah. That is fantastic. Oh, my goodness. Look at that, you guys. You want a char and a crust on a steak? You got it. So we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of that on there, and then inexplicably put the garlic butter over it. So let's do that in reverse. We're going to go ahead and give that a nice little coating. So Roman, set that timer again for 6.5 minutes. We got her? Yep. All right. So let's see here. Let's say so hi to some people. Let's go. Love watching your live feeds. Mark Scruggs, love barbecue. Thanks so much. Bill, you're back. What's happening, man? I love that Bill turns in every now all the time here. Felipe, Corey, hello from cold Oklahoma. Wanted to grill this weekend, but it's 30 degrees. I feel you, buddy. I feel you. So I'll tell you what, Trish, while we say hi to some people, we can put that down. We can go on this one here just to kind of run through a couple of things here. I always love calling out where people are from. Watching in here, Pat from Canada's on there. What else we got there? Sam Robertson. How goes it, Mark and family? Chicago here. Have a good one, brother. Bill is out there in Wisconsin. We got John watching. Pamela, when does the cookbook come out? You know, it turns out that's a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. We are having a good time with it, though, man. And what's fun is, keep in mind, when our cookbook does come out, there's going to be little barcodes or things like that you're going to be able to scan with your phone that's going to take you to some of these recipes. And what'll be fun is you're going to remember seeing us practice a lot of these things on Facebook Live for you before they actually ever hit the cookbook. I think that's kind of neat, actually. So let's go ahead here, and we'll get, we got our bread done so we can get rid of our electric knife. Boogie, woogie, woogie. There we go. Just like that. And let's go ahead with, oh, you know what? While we got a second, we gave away a couple of grill mats. We gave away one yesterday. We got one to give away today. This is a thank you. Every time you like, share, follow us, tag a friend, recommend a buddy, like a recipe, give us a suggestion, tell us off, whatever it is. We keep an eye on it, and every now and then we pull a name out of there, and we say thank you with something we got lying around Mark's on the grill here. So we've got our grill mats here with that guy on it. And then yesterday we gave away one to Scott Ward, and today it's all about Nick Spanos, who, holy cow, this guy went crazy. If you watched this yesterday, we mentioned him. We're mentioning him again today because he really helped out. A lot of shares, a lot of followers, a lot of little names in there to check out some of our recipes, guys. We appreciate that so much. We're getting so close to 5,000 friends on our page here, and when we launched this thing, we called it Food, Family, Fun, and we should add the extra F for friends because it's all about you guys kind of watching us follow. And you're going to see a lot of me jabbering on today, waiting for a steak to cook. Just saying. All right. So I'll tell you, Trish, why don't we come on in here and we'll get a couple of more things ready with our French toast. We can like put stuff together. Roman's on the timer there, keeping an eye. Da, da, da. All right. So French toast needs the eggs. So let's go ahead and grab these. How many we got in here? 8, 10, 14, 14, 8. You know what? Have a shot at that there. I'm going to put that picture up so everybody can keep an eye on that steak. All right. Remember, the French toast is a filler. We are here for that steak, man, and that is all there is to it. There we go. All right. That way we can also keep an eye if it happens to burst into flames. You can say, I saw it happen, man. 8 eggs. All right. Hey, this is the Bamix guys sent me this. This is great. I've had Bamix in my kitchen for like 100 years. This is their grill version. This is terrific, man. Nice and durable. I bring it outside. I practically leave it out here. There we go. Just like that. 8 eggs. My wrist would be so sore right now with a fork. There's got to be a better way. A little bit of cinnamon. And that is our French toast mix, just like that. Very nice. Wow, that is cool. Let's do the live steak and the picture-in-picture steak. We're just having fun with cameras back here, man. There we go. By the way, if you join us a lot and you wonder why we're all over the place sometimes and we're kind of yammering on about stuff, this is kind of where we practice. This is where we figure out a few recipes, either for recipes for our cookbook or live airings on HSN or other shopping channels around the world. Sometimes we get invited to do TV shows, morning shows, things like that. So this is kind of our practice ground. And we always thought to ourselves, well, why don't we invite a few people back here and kind of see what's going on? Let's fire that back up. How are we doing, Roman, on time? Around 2 minutes. So guys, let me show you what we're going to do next, okay? This is all good there. Daisy's making sure that the grounds are clear. So next, guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our thermometer in here. Hey, Roman, do me a favor. Whoops, this fell down. Just run real quick in about 60 seconds and give this a wash in the sink while I catch fire. Thanks, man. All right. So now what we're going to do is when this one's ready, we're going to go ahead and we're going to insert that thermometer in there and we're going to move it over to the other side of the grill. And when I put the lid on, you're going to notice, and I'll reinforce this again when we do it, that the airflow exit holes, what do you call that thing? The damper? The damper. The damper up top, we're so technical here, the holy thing that moves. That's going to be left open and it's going to go over the steak. And here's why. Heat in a barbecue is all about airflow. So I've got the air vents open underneath, which is bringing the oxygen inside. Now, when I've got the lid off, nobody cares. That's when the coals are at the hottest. But when you've got the lid on, you kind of create like an oven environment, all right? So that's why you move the steak off the coals a little bit, but you want the heat to still be concentrated there. So if I put the air exit over here, then that hot air is going to come this way. I've talked an impressively long time now without him coming back with the thermometer. So we're going to do the yell at the teenage boy thing. Hey, Roman! He's like, full saunter. Thanks, man. As he goes down on the way in. Call the car. There we go. All right. Perfect and clean and all that stuff. All right. We're going to pop that in there. And we got to be getting close. We getting close? 35 seconds. All right. So let's go ahead and give this one more coating of garlic butter. And you know what? Get down on the sides. My dad always taught me, man, that's the bacon rind right there. I don't know why they call it bacon rind, but if you were lucky, you got that to get nice and crisp when it was steak night, man. What do we got here? People saying hello. When does the cookbook come out? What kind of bread? It's brioche. Love that. All right, so how are we doing? Tick tock, tick tock. 7, 5, 4. All right, so let's go ahead. Now we're going to bring this over. We're going to flip it one more time. And that, guys, don't let that scare you. That's what it's all about right there. So let me go ahead, put a little more of this on there, like that. And like that. All right, so now let's go ahead and grab that thermometer. And you're going to go dead center, thickest part you can find. Right there. Now, here, oh my God, it's frozen solid. Now, here's the fun part about this, you guys. Put the fat towards there, it gets nice and crisp. Let's have a look here. I'm going to turn that on, and I'm going to turn that on. And this is the funniest part. Come on, you guys see this. The center is 31 degrees. Can we see that? 31 degrees. It's still frozen solid. So now on this one, guys, we've got to put the lid on. So of course the steak cam becomes less and less exciting. So what we're going to do, oh yeah, I got to show you this. So when the lid goes on, the open part of the holes there, which is going to draw the hot air over, needs to go over the food that you have in the indirect grilling position. So again, you know, we've holy moly, we got lots of grills here, man. Spent some bucks on some stuff. When it comes to the best steak you'll ever have, cheapest grill in this joint, man. So I'm going to ask Trish actually to do me a favor and wander back there, and we're going to try and set up this little camera here so you can keep an eye on the temperature with us, so we can all get we can all see this thing get finished up together. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of position this a little bit like that, and I'll going to hope and pray that we're already there. If not, then I got to move the other thing. Is anybody dizzy yet? Is anybody having a seizure? How are we looking? Can we see it?
Yes.
Really?
32.
Oh my God. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead. Trish, if you want to wander back over there with your camera, just over to the lovely food, we are actually going to start to build this silly French toast. Let's do this. Yeah, can we see it? We can see it right there. So we're aiming for a temperature, guys, of I think we're going to shoot for about 135 degrees. That's what I want today. So let's go ahead and knock that in just like that. So all right, so we got our steak cam and we got everything else. Now let's see if I've run out of propane here yet. Nope, good and hot. As I yammer on, we're out of fuel. So we need 1, 2, 3, and we'll do a 4th one with whatever we have the most of. There we go. Let's get rid of this. And let's start putting our cream cheese on there. Alrighty, here we go. So again, guys, do us a favor, throw down there in the comments where you're watching us from, things that you'd like to see on the show, some recipes that you'd love to try on your own, but you'd rather see us risk the 40 bucks on the cut of meat first. I get that. What have we done this weekend? This was a busy one, man. We had our boy at his rehearsals. He's in a big play coming up this weekend. He's been doing shows at school now for 4, 5, 6 years. He had the lead in grade 8. Is always a hoot to go watch him. So they're rehearsing. So on Friday, was it Friday night you brought that? Now, I'll admit it, when I first heard we were doing, I was like, oh, like we don't have enough to do, right? But it turned out that it was really awesome. We, Trish and I smoked, 40 pounds worth of pulled pork, and we made 50 or 60 pulled pork sandwiches for those guys, and man, they just annihilated it. It was gone. I think they also ate the spatulas, the spoons, and the containers that it came in, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. And one more of those. And then yesterday we were on all day, man. We came in and out, I think, 4 or 5 times. We smoked 6 racks of ribs. Oh, I had a guy call me out too. He was all mad on Facebook. He's like, you shouldn't you do more research and all this kind of stuff, and it was funny because at the end we realized he mistakenly thought that we were reviewing one of the big kick butt Rectex against a Masterbuilt smoker. So just to clarify, when you watch the video from yesterday, go back and watch it. It was actually a lot of fun. We tested out the Rectech entry-level smoker, the B380, not the Amazon $1,200 XJY 590 temperature control, comes with like a chair and an umbrella. I don't know what it is, right? So that's what we ended up doing on that. So guys, we've got our cream cheese all set here. So now we're gonna grab some spoons. Now this is just a simple pie filling. That's all this is, you guys. Any kind you want. We tried a few. My favorite always is cherry. Eat my cherry pie. There we go. A little more on there. Oh, now, by the way, always keep a little bit extra in the bowl because you're going to want to go ahead and top that up. And by the way, yes, this whole thing is going to get messy. So just accept it, be happy with it, celebrate it, bring the hose out afterwards. That's why we cook outside, right? Doesn't everybody wash down with a pressure washer? There we go. Makes life easier. Oh, we're going to have extra for snacks. Look at that. All right, we got that going. You know what? I think I used that half for the other half. That's all right. How are we doing on temperature? I can't even see it. And this one is blueberry. There we are. That's nice. Guys, next time you're having somebody over for brunch, this is a great way to go. Fast, simple. Everybody loves it. It makes you think of those hotel meals and, you know, the fancy the fancy all-you-can-eat buffet brunches that we've gone to a couple of times in our lives. You know, like I said, it's just it's a fun thing to do. It always turns out great, and it always gets really cool reactions. So in our last one here, let's just go ahead and put a little bit of apple. What's that? 54? Cool. So what happens with that steak is it goes on a little bit of a crawl up until, geez, I don't know. When does it stop? When does it stop? Maybe about 100 degrees it starts to speed up, and then you really got to watch it carefully, boy, let me tell you. We're going to put a little bit of ghee on the grill. Now, normally oil is just fine, olive oil, anything you like. The reason I'm using ghee today is because it has a much higher smoke point, which means it's not going to brown and blacken quite as fast as if I used oil. And when you're doing French toast, I mean, you don't want it to turn black too fast, you know, and you want to always keep an eye. This isn't like a steak. You only want to flip it once. Go ahead and flip it when you need to. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's go ahead there and get that done. And let me go ahead and check our temperature. Where are we at on that? 100 degrees. All right, so now it's getting real. Now we got to get moving. I'm going to go ahead and just do the dip thing here and get everything going. and then get my hands all clean. There's 1 and 2. There we go. And 3. We take our Blackstone camping with when we go. That one, and we take a charbroil with us. We have a lot of fun with those, man. They are a good time. You can get a lot done on the road with the right machines. If you're into camping, tailgating, any of that kind of stuff, oh, that's the way to go. So let me grab a cloth real quick. There we go. Now, I know how fast this stuff can burn. So, just going to go ahead, keep a nice eye. Don't worry if the grill gets messy. This is so super easy to clean. So, all right, how are we doing here? We've got our that guy on there. Let's keep an eye for everybody on that temperature so we can see how we're doing there. And there we go. And there's we'll throw that back up in the box for you to keep an eye on us with us. And I've also got a nice screen out here. I kind of want to keep an eye on it too. I don't all that work into a steak, man. You don't want to burn that thing. So let's go ahead, flip that over. If you put the leg up, it helps you with the balance. I'm saying. I'm not sure what kind of move that was. All right, so we got that going there. Let me take a little bit of a second here to clear things off. My goodness, the kids are going to have quite a mess to clean up. I'm kidding. All right, we're going to keep an eye on that pretty faithfully here. Who said it? Corey Nimsey. We said hello there a little while ago. Mark Scroggs watching from Branson, Missouri. Dude, I am in, where do I go? Springfield. I go to Springfield to work up there, man. I love Branson. Love, love, love. There's like a beef jerky shop there that I like to go to. I get the boy, what do we get you? Candied crickets or something last time? Remember I came back from that beef jerky shop with like candied worms and it was weird stuff. As long as the boy likes it, we're good with it. What else? We went and saw, what was it, 5 or 6? The show's 6, right? 6 people at Christmas time? 5? There's a certain amount of people on stage and they've chosen to call that the name of the show. We went to that. They were a lot of fun. Every time I'm shooting down there. And beautiful spot, man. That's awesome. I love that part of the country. Riverview, Florida, you're close. And clarified butter, says Sam Robertson. He's right. All right. Keeping an eye there. Keep an eye on the steak. Oh, 117 degrees, man. All right. I think it's going to be a race between the 135 degrees and these being done, which is great because then the steak has a second or two to rest while we go about it. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, no, never worry about flipping things too much, man. There's no such thing. Anything, steaks, chicken, dogs, any of that kind of stuff. I've seen enough things that show that it doesn't matter how, maybe with the exception of that, you know, type of a crust you put on a barbecue at home, you're really not going to change that much of the juiciness or anything like that. What you really want to make sure you do is let it rest. That's what you want to do. And I'll tell you a little bit more in depth why in just a second while that's resting. We're going to keep flipping this. There we go. I have a smoke in my eye. That's one of those, like it's jabbing me now. It's mad at me. The smoke's mad. 123. Tick tock, tick tock. So here's what I'm going to do now. Should I? Wow, everything's coming together like right in the same time. It's actually really good. So let me go ahead, clean this off. Here you go, Daisy. Some cherry for you. We have the happiest dogs in the world. So I'm going to go ahead. We'll do this on the other side. Let me clear some of this room off. We'll put the steak on the cutting board because that makes more sense. And we'll bring that over on a platter because that makes more sense. All right, let's keep flipping. Come this far now just to burn the heck out of it in the last couple of seconds. There we go. Nothing better than owning a flat top to do this kind of dirty work with, let me tell you. All right, so we're still going to need all of our toppings, and we're going to need this guy. All right, so we're set here with our plate. Good stuff. We're set here for our steak. Good stalling. There we go. How are we looking? 129. All right, so now we're just going to kind of do a countdown. All right, I don't want to walk away from this. I want to walk away from it for a second. Trish is like, what's going on, man? Where are you going? We flip it one more time? Yeah, one more time. One more. Oh, get a good shot of that, man. Come on over and have a good peek at that. That's what you're looking for. It's not burnt, but it's not, you know, watery or anything like that. That is absolutely perfect. That's what I like. So let's go ahead and turn this off, just like that. And we'll go ahead. 1, 2, 3, come on, and 4. perfect. So let's go ahead, close that lid. Hey, Blackstone, thanks for the lid on this. Seriously, I love it. Pop that there. Get it ready. And our steak. Oh, and the winner of this year's Best Timing Sandwiches and Steak Award. I tell you, look at that. 135 degrees right as they came off, man. You can't plan it better than that. I love it. All right, so this is done. Check this out, everybody. That is our steak. If you joined us at the top of the show, that was a rock. This was frozen solid, like you never seen anything like it. So let's go ahead, and we're going to let this rest for just a couple of minutes while we do this. Okay, get it in the light there. Have a good shot of that, you guys. Just moment of silence for the steak. Let's do that. Hey, Roman, could you do me a favor? Could you grab me a nice sharp knife from the kitchen drawer? We did steaks. How in the world did I forget to grab a knife? So we're going to take that picture-in-picture away. Nobody needs that anymore. And we're going to go ahead and get our French toast ready. You know what I want to do? I want to go ahead and bring this out into the light just a bit. There we go. Why in the world spend that much time on some beautiful looking food and then hide it in the shadows? That just seems silly. All right, so our kitchen must grow when he goes into it. It must turn into this vast professional. What's that? He saunter. He's a saunter. That's okay. All right, here it comes. Oh, what do you got? Oh, he went crazy. All right, I'll do that one for you. There we go. He had a good time. I'll take that one though for the French toast. Okay. And now I need a fork. Run, boy. We actually brought everything out. We're just keeping him busy. All right, so Roman, for the steak, brought us out. Here we go. The serious business knife. That's what that is. I'm cool with that. That's serious business steak. I'm fine with it. Let's go ahead and pop that right there. Okay, let's put these together. So we've got, Roman knows he's getting paid in French toast. So here we've got our, there it is, a little bit of apple on top. Thank you, my man. Right there. Good. And then we've got a little bit of cherry in that one. Cool. And blueberry in this one. And then that means the one at the front is kind of a mixed bag. So let's go ahead and do the scoop there. And then we'll do the scoop there. All right, and one more. The scoop here. Like I said, you guys, super easy to do, colorful, just pretty. It's just a pretty dish. It's a nice one to do. And then if you want to top it off the right way, go ahead with a little bit of confectioner sugar, or if you're in Canada, icing sugar. There we are. And I think, I'm pretty sure, we have some syrup hanging around here somewhere. So there is your super easy, done in the flash, stuffed French toast with just simple pie filling, you guys. Nothing. That bread is like $2 at the bakery. Those things, no-name cans of pie filling, or buck and a half a crack. This is actually a really inexpensive way to wow them with a really cool looking dish. So before this goes away and I send it off to here, man, he ran a lot today. He got to be the one that tries it, right? So let's go ahead and get right in there. You know what? I'm going to come around this side, so cinematically it looks pretty. Come on, here we go. We'll cut right into this. Got to get, oh yeah, get that syrup going down. So that's pretty. That's made for TV stuffed French toast is what that is. Love it, love it, love it. Isn't that nice? Here you go, my man.
Oh, thank you.
How we doing with it? That work? All right, the French toast works. Roman approves of the French toast. Nice stuff. So we're going to bring that whole plate. Actually, here. Enjoy. All right. He's been working hard today. He's having a good time. All right, so let's go ahead before things start to fall apart. And I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to stretch it out for just another minute here because I just want this to rest a second. So let's say hi. Bring it on from the villages, Florida. Hey, Glenn, how's it going, man? Sam Robertson's going to be good. You bet it is. What do I do in Springfield? I shoot commercials in Springfield. There's a studio there, one of the biggest in the world, actually. What's that? Oh, and the taverns. Yeah, we've done the taverns. That's great. What else? Celia says, hello, watching from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We'll go back and watch. Okay, hold on. I used to do a sportsman show every year in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, man. I actually looked forward to that 7 or 8 years in a row. We would go up. It's called the Eastern Sportsman Show. Biggest show you've ever seen, man. It was like every boat, it was real. That Harrisburg brings back memory, and that's really cool. The syrup hot? That's a cool question, man. Sam asked, is the syrup hot? That's a bit of a debate. I was thinking today whether to throw a little pan on there and go ahead and make that hot or not. I'm almost glad I didn't. I know everybody's waiting for that steak to get cut. I get it. Listen, it's a good cut of meat. I don't want to cut into it before it's time. So let's show you real quick how to clean this grill. There we go. Everything caramelized on it. All right, so that's not a good time waster. The grill's so easy to clean, it didn't take enough time. All right, let's cut into it. You'll get the idea. Here we go. All right, so if you missed the top of the show, here's what we did. We took a steak. Now, oh, by the way, that's my phrase now. By the way, that steak has to be thick. You cannot take a little quarter, half-inch strip loin or something out of the freezer and expect to do that, all right? You're going to make a piece of shoe leather. Inch and a half minimum. Inch and a half to 2 inches. That's the minimum you want to go for to try a steak like this, okay? That's going to give the time for that crust to form the way that we want it to, but the inside to cook the way we want it to. Now, this is on the rare side because that's how my baby likes it, all right? But remember, when you get close to that end there, you saw how long it took to start ticking up in temperature, you know, from 35 degrees up to 60 or 70 or 80. As soon as it hit that 100 degrees, man, like a rocket ship. So you got to watch it because the higher it goes. All right, Roman, here we go. Samurai sword and all. Oh, oh yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, boy. Are you seeing this? Wow. This really shows you how much it cooks afterwards, too. So I think we went from a rare to about a medium rare. Guys, look at this all the way through. This is unreal. That steak was oh, I'm in the shadow, man. What am I doing? Oh, what's wrong with me? This steak was frozen solid, you guys. Now that is the crust that you've seen at the steak houses where they're charging 30, 40, 50 bucks a steak. Now, I would have let this rest a little bit longer, but everybody was getting kind of tired. So guys, look at this. Now I'm gonna hold one of these up. Oh man, look at that crust. Are you kidding me with that? That is crunchy. That's got this unbelievable caramelization of all of the natural fats from the meat and then the spices we put on. Oh, okay, all right, I got it. Yeah, look at him, look at him. You're like, I'm good with the French toast now. Can we have steak? Come on in, man. Wow, right there. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Wow. All right, honey, here you go. Oh, yeah, the dogs know what's going on here, honey. The camera lady has worked so hard. This was such a long show. Look at this. And there we go. God, that's beautiful. God, let's do this again. Look at that. What's that? It's the crust, man. You will never, ever be able to recreate that kind of taste. Even, listen, I love my sous vide. Anybody out there got a sous vide? Love that thing. Same type of principle. You're supposed to be able to, you know, create these unbelievable crusts on virtually any kind of meat. And yeah, listen, the results are good, there's no doubt. But as far as at home, unless you have a salamander, unless you want to put in that kind of heat distribution equipment in your own kitchen, this is literally the only way that I've ever seen to be able to create a steak with a crust and a flavor like that. So I'll tell you what, guys, Trish is going to finish you off here with a nice little look at this steak. I'm going to take this time to say thank you. I really appreciate you spending this much time with us, saying hi, letting us know where you're from, sharing your ideas, your thoughts, letting us know what you'd like to see. We're going to put this recipe up online. The recipe for the French toast is already there. Have a great Sunday. Make it all about food, family, fun, and we will see you next time on Marc's on the Grill.